So what we do instead is we have to, just before sortable, append on this find here, and what we want to find is a particular class, and that class is UI tabs nav. So UI tabs nav is these little buttons here, the actual tabs themselves. So now when we refresh, you can see that we can actually move the particular tab itself rather than the entire set of tabs. So I could move that there, put that at the start if I wanted to. So now that we've actually found the particular tab that we want to make sortable, or the particular element that we want to make sortable by this class, we can do so. So if you're just using sortable on its own, it's just going to pick out the actual tabs itself rather than the individual tabs. So that's how we go ahead and make it sortable. Now the last thing I'm going to talk about, let's just make sure that's working. The last thing I'm going to talk about is the cookie option. Now we can supply a cookie option just after here, and this will take one option, and that's the expiry time of the cookie. Now before I go ahead and actually demonstrate this, let me just tell you what it's for. Let's just say a user was to click, we'll get rid of this for now, just so no errors occur. Let's just say the user has clicked on contact. Now when the page is refreshed, this will go back to the default option, which is about me. So if I click on loop and then press F5 to refresh the page, we go straight back to the about me tab. Now the cookie option is going to allow a cookie to be stored, and it will hold which tab is currently open. So when the user refreshes their page, in this case the contact would stay open. I've clicked on contact, I've refreshed the page, but I want the contact details or the contact area and the tab to still be selected. So how do we go about doing this? Well, we need to supply the cookie option, and inside here we set an expiry time. So we just say expires, and this is in days, so we can select, say, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, the amount of days that we want to keep the cookie active for. So if we were to say for 2 days we wanted to keep these tabs, we want to keep memory on these tabs for. Now you've noticed I've implemented this correctly. However, now the problem is that when I click on tabs, nothing's actually working. And the reason for this is we need to include the cookie plugin to be able to use this. So this is still download, as long as you've gone ahead and downloaded the entire jQuery UI and you've selected the whole package, this will be available. So let's go ahead and browse over to development bundle folder and external. Let's just show all files. Now jQuery.cookie.js is the file that we need to include onto our page to allow us to use this cookie functionality. So let's go ahead and just include that now. So we'll come down here and we create a new script include. So the type is obviously text/JavaScript, and the source this time is development bundle /external /jQuery.cookie.js. So feel free to obviously change around these directory names. It doesn't really look nice when you're including it in development bundle. I've just done it from the standard package to make it easier for you to see in your directory structure. However, now that we've included the cookie plugin, let's go ahead and refresh. We can select tabs as normal. When I select, say, the contact tab and then refresh the page, let's just go ahead and get rid of that. Okay, so now I select the contact tab. When I refresh the page, you'll see that the contact tab is left open, because what we've done by using this, let's just get rid of that. What we've done by using this cookie and expires to, we've now created a cookie that expires in 2 days and holds the tab that's currently open. So however much we refresh, the cookie is now telling us that this is the tab we want to keep open with the relevant details. So we can then select, say, portfolio. I'm going to go ahead and hit F5 to refresh the page, and the portfolio has stayed open. So no matter how much we refresh, this cookie that we've created has stored our tab preference, or the one that we've kept open last. So this is extremely useful if you want users, well, let's go into a scenario. If your user comes into your website and clicks on your portfolio and leaves at your portfolio, when they come back into your website, they'll still be able to see your portfolio. So it will leave your user with the last option that they clicked. So this isn't extremely useful, just extremely useful for functionality. It's also extremely useful for people that want to come directly back from your website in one session. For example, they might close their browser and then go, oh, I want to go back to the same page. They might go back to the same page and then they'll have this tab open and ready for them to continue viewing, as well as things like browser crashes and if they accidentally close a page, for example. So the last option we've just taken a look at is the cookie option. However, it's completely and definitely not least because I think it's a really good option and extremely easy to implement as well. So that's tabs in jQuery UI. Remember, you're going to go ahead and create this as an outline, and you just really need tabs to be able to actually use tabs. Again, we've gone ahead and changed some of the styling in style.css, so this suits the size of the page and makes it look a bit nicer. But go ahead and play around with it, play around with the styles, and play around with some of the options that are available to you.